Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into the secretive world of Russian tech and semiconductor independence. We will uncover how one obscure company is trying to bridge a massive gap in domestic chip manufacturing, the billions of rubles backing it, and why this quiet move matters for the global supply chain. Make sure to watch till the end to see the full picture. The secretive Zelenograd-based chipmaker NMTech is preparing to establish its own microchip packaging operation, further strengthening Russia's domestic manufacturing infrastructure. As Russia aims to reduce dependence on foreign microelectronics, the project could enhance the company's control over semiconductor production. NMTech is reportedly preparing to organize chip assembly and packaging at its facilities in Zelenograd, Moscow's traditional microelectronics hub, according to Russian media. According to reports, the plans were confirmed by two senior executives from Russian semiconductor companies. Additionally, a recruitment notice published in July 2026 serves as further evidence that the project is currently under. To make this happen, the organization has been actively seeking a lead process engineer who specializes in semiconductor packaging. The role entails the technological preparation for assembly and packaging, wafer thinning and cutting, the production of prototype boards, and reliability screening. The specialist is also anticipated to operate apparatus that is utilized for die attachment, microwelding, and package sealing. The vacancy was announced on July 20th, 2026, with Zelenograd appearing as the workplace and NMTech as the employer. Now, packaging is one of the final phases of semiconductor manufacturing. Before individual dies can be installed on electronic boards, they must be separated, electrically connected, and placed in protective packaging after circuits are fabricated on a silicon wafer. Think of it like this. If you build a high-performance engine, you still need the chassis, fuel lines, and wheels before the car can actually drive anywhere. Packaging is a strategically significant component of the semiconductor supply chain, despite the fact that it is less frequently discussed than advanced lithography. In the absence of adequate domestic assembly, packaging, and testing capabilities, semiconductor dies that are locally fabricated may still require external suppliers before they can be used as commercial components. Looking closer at the engineering side, industry sources report that NMTech has the potential to implement a variety of packaging methods, such as conventional wire bonding, flip chip, and BGA. Plastic packaging is anticipated to be the primary focus of initial production. The semiconductor die is directly affixed to a substrate using electrical bumps in flip chip technology, as opposed to conventional connecting wire. BGA, or ball grid array, packages use an array of solder connections beneath the package, which enables a significantly greater number of electrical connections than many conventional package designs. Hey, stick around, because in just a moment, we are going to look at the massive 100 billion ruble paper trail and see who NMTech is secretly teaming up with. You definitely do not want to miss where this equipment is actually coming from. NMTech appears to be primarily interested in establishing the capability for its own semiconductor production, rather than immediately becoming a large contract packaging supplier. The organization has disclosed few details. NMTech informed CNews that its commercial parameters and agreements with external counterparties are safeguarded by confidentiality agreements. Additionally, the company is exploring various options. It declined to disclose the specific processors that would be packaged, or to provide comprehensive technological specifications. This tight-lipped approach makes sense when you look at how the business operates overall. NMTech has emerged as one of the most obscure entities in the semiconductor industry of Russia. It has been reported by industry sources that the company has significantly reduced the amount of information it discloses regarding its projects since 2022. Nevertheless, NMTech is identified as a Russian full-cycle semiconductor manufacturer that uses 200mm silicon wafers, process design kits for 250nm and 130nm production, are presently being advertised by the company, and a 90nm PDK is still in the process of being developed. It also includes contract manufacturing, functional testing, intellectual property development, and research activities in its capabilities. But the company's objectives are significantly more ambitious than these mature semiconductor nodes. NMTech is affiliated with the significant FAB 300 project in Zelenograd, which is designed to establish a manufacturing capability for chips that use technology as small as 28 nanometers. The initiative is a component of Russia's overarching strategy to re-establish domestic semiconductor manufacturing capacity. This semiconductor drive is an uphill climb against incredible technical odds. This semiconductor drive is an uphill climb against incredible technical odds. This semiconductor drive is an uphill. Nevertheless, construction experienced setbacks. In March 2025, NMTech issued 2 tenders for laboratory testing associated with the construction of FAB 300, which were subsequently canceled. The anticipated contracts were estimated to be worth approximately 19.4 million rubles. Despite those bumpiness in the road, the sheer scale of investment behind this push is staggering. The development program of NMTech is of considerable scope. CNews reported in 2025 that the enterprise had invested approximately 118 billion rubles in borrowed funds, which included efforts to establish 130nm, 180nm, and 250nm manufacturing processes. State support has been a major component of financing. In 2023, Russian government agency VEB.RF established a non-revolving credit account for NMTech with a maximum limit of 116.4 billion rubles. The financing was allocated for the purchase of technological equipment, commissioning, intellectual property, and other expenses related to the beginning of semiconductor production. According to reports, the repayment deadline is set for the end of 2027. NMTech pledged scores of semiconductor manufacturing systems and other equipment to VEB.RF as collateral in January 2026. According to reports, an ASML lithography system was reportedly included in early collateral arrangements. These investments indicate that the packaging project is not a standalone initiative, but rather a component of a more comprehensive endeavor to create a more vertically integrated semiconductor operation. Don't go anywhere just yet, because we are about to reveal how local rivalries are turning into partnerships, and why this entire effort faces a massive economic bottleneck that could make or break it. Beyond its own internal roadmap, NMTech is already expanding its footprint through strategic local partnerships. In 2025, Russian semiconductor manufacturer Mikron expanded 180nm production by using NMTech facilities, which served as an additional indicator of the company's expanding role. In response to robust demand and capacity constraints at its own production facilities, Mikron purportedly sought assistance from its neighbor in Zelenograd. The first dies were produced at NMTech's facility after the test procedures were completed. Although NMTech has some of the latest machinery, industry experts have observed that the two companies operate similar types of semiconductor equipment. The collaboration demonstrates how NMTech has the potential to serve as a major source of additional manufacturing capacity for the Russian semiconductor ecosystem. Even prior to the FAB 300 project's anticipated scaling. But NMTech will not enter an empty market. Mikron NIIME/NIIT related enterprises Melander GS Group, the Soyuz Design Center, Kremny L, and the Zelenograd Nanotechnology Center are among the companies and institutions in Russia that have already implemented semiconductor packaging operations. For instance, in Zelenograd, ZNTC has enhanced its own packaging infrastructure. The cleanroom area for these operations has been expanded to approximately 1,350 square meters, and it is equipped with over 160 pieces of equipment. The facility has dealt with chips that are associated with companies such as Angstrom, MCST, NMTech, and Melander. Strip away the high-tech jargon for a second, and the core problem here is plain simple economics. Making a few chips in small batches costs a fortune compared to pumping out millions on a giant assembly line. Scale is the real issue. According to Russian industry sources, numerous domestic packaging facilities operate with relatively low production volumes. This complicates the process of matching the economics of large Chinese semiconductor packaging facilities. C-News cited an industry executive who contended that Russia could have achieved superior economics by consolidating state investment into a small number of independent, high-volume packaging factories, rather than establishing a multitude of smaller facilities. Even with those economic hurdles, NMTech's packaging initiative nevertheless fills an important technological gap. Russia's semiconductor strategy is increasingly centered on the development of chips domestically, as well as the establishment of a significant portion of the manufacturing chain within the country. Wafer fabrication alone does not create a finished semiconductor industry. Design tools, lithography, materials, wafer processing, packaging, testing, and electronics assembly are all interconnected components of the ecosystem. Just as scaling a mountain requires every piece of gear to work seamlessly, building chips requires every step of the supply chain to be completely rock solid. NMTech could potentially reduce logistical dependence and reduce the path between fabricated silicon and finished electronic components by bringing packaging closer to its wafer production operations. The new packaging line has the potential to transform the relatively publicity-shy company into one of the more consequential players in Russia's endeavor to reconstruct a vertically integrated semiconductor industry. In conjunction with its mature node production, cooperation with Mikron, and the long-term FAB 300 project. We thank the people who have liked and shared the videos and subscribed to the channel. We also thank the people who have hyped the videos